yo.
What's up, bro?
Happening with you? What's
You
going
know,
on?
just chilling on a Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
Getting back to the crib myself.
What'd you say?
I said just getting back to the crib myself.
Oh, okay, dope, dope. Well, yeah, first we'll start off. How has COVID quarantine season been for you?
Oh man, as everyone, it's just we all kind of just winging it right now. It can get real boring at times. So we're just trying to get through it, stick it out.
Dope, dope. Well, I wanna bring it all the way from the beginning, and then we'll talk about Act Two. We're gonna talk about Lovers Lane Act Two in the end, but from the beginning. Growing up, did you always know you wanted to be in the business? Like what?
Music, but I wasn't exactly like sure that I wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always dabbled in it a little bit when I was 40, but as I got out of high school, it kind of came to me more.
Okay, dope, dope. And did growing up, who would you say your busy? Not saying like you necessarily, like you said, you didn't know, but who were your biggest musical influences? Would you say?
Man, it's crazy because I grew up a lot listening to like Genuine, Miss like Aaliyah, Missy, like those are like my biggest influences. Aaliyah, I would say. But then also on the rap side, it's like crazy because I used to grow up listening to Fab a lot. You know what I'm saying? Never
Yeah,
stopped signed to him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Fab, 50. That was kind of my on the rap side. Those are my influences.
dope, dope, dope. And how does it feel for you? Because I feel like making it in Chicago, it's it's a beast. Like it's different. Like it's a way harder of a struggle. I feel than being in LA, New York, or even Atlanta. Now it's like easier. I feel. How's that challenge you? Would you say?
I mean, it's definitely difficult in the shy, but being shy, we build like a different type of breed. So it's really
Yeah.
just I could survive in any part of the world. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely feels good though making it from Chicago because if you can make it here, you're gonna be fine anywhere else.
It's so true. Yeah, I want to say, have you ever thought about going to another market? I mean, because
I would say like 7 months, and I lived in Atlanta for like four. So I've been around the different markets. I mean, it's always good to explore because you get into different like vibes and shit like that.
you said what were your because I just moved back from LA because I moved out there just to I've been out there a lot, but just actually live there, like you said, it's just to feel the vibe out. What were your thoughts of all the different markets? Like, what'd you think?
I would say LA was kind of I don't know, LA's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super coming from Chicago, it's like it definitely takes some getting used to. Atlanta was super cool. Atlanta, like they're really there, like they're ready to work in that regardless of who you are or what you worried about what you've done. They're more of how you sound. So that's really what I liked about Atlanta. Um, most of the time, when I was in LA, most of the time I was at like Jeremiah crib. I was just go over there.
Okay.
He taught me a lot.
Dope, dope. Yeah. LA, I agree with you. LA is just it's it's a great place to work,
Right.
but otherwise it's in the parties. I'm not gonna lie. The parties are
But it too, you know what I'm saying, with that traffic, man,
yeah, the traffic, yeah, it's crazy.
it, it's
But
wild.
I want to talk about too. You've been busy. Like we'll
Yeah,
just talk about these past 5 years
yeah,
from 2015 to now. I mean, 2015 you dropped Your Girl's Favorite. 2016 Black Balloon.
yep,
2017 and 18 you had tons of singles out. Basic, Schmood, 1130, Wanted. 2019 you had Ghetto Love.
yep.
2020 you had Single, So Tough, Lay You Down, All Our Own, Love Stuck. I mean, it goes on, and then you had Volume 2.1 with Sparrow 52, and then you had Lover's Lane Act 1 and 2 so far. Like,
Yeah, and then I was on Fab's album, did some work on there as well too. So really, that's really what it consists of. Like, if you want to be relevant in this game, you gotta stay busy, like, and not just working and not getting things done. You really gotta like stay on top of your game, stay networking, like all aspects, all everything that comes with the music industry. You gotta be on top of it. You gotta be hungry.
yeah, no, definitely. Like, and people don't get that, I feel like, and you've been consistent. Like you said, you've been working on your own projects, other people's projects. you know, featured on their projects, songwriting on their projects.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say in the past 5 years have been some of your favorite, I guess, little milestones you would say to check off on your, you know, music-wise, would you say?
And I would say actually getting a good situation was a milestone. Signing with Fab was definitely a milestone. Um, Even the plays I'm doing now on Spotify, like in the millions and stuff like that. So those are milestones. Yeah, and just being able to work and write for people like Chris Brown, Teyana Taylor, work with Fab. Like those are huge milestones, man. So I'm very grateful for all those. And I don't take anything like that for granted at
Yeah,
all.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super sick. Like, I want to ask you, like, with Fab, you know, like you said, you listen to him and to be signed to him now and know him, that's got to feel like a crazy thing, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look up to someone and then you actually meet them and connect with them and work with them on something you're passionate about.
Yeah,
How
no,
do you connect?
that's fact. Me and Fab actually connected like when IG first started. You know what I'm saying? Like when people were new to it. I was like real new coming up, so I was just sending mad people like DMs about my music and stuff. And then it was so new. It's kind of like Clubhouse right now. So new
Yeah,
that people. So when messages and stuff were coming in, he like people were reading them. And he was one of the people that read it, and I just kind of stayed consistent. I'm saying I wasn't like thirsty, was just showing him that I was, and just do my work ethic, and he's seen how relentless I am, and like you say, how busy I am, and more like prone to work with me, and then we ended up building a relationship, and then I ended up signing with him. I didn't even think I was going to end up signing with him when I first started working with him. It was just like that was a milestone to be working with him in itself.
yeah, that's super. That's like a dream. Like, it is a dream because they're, I mean, a lot of people can't say that, especially in this industry, because it's such a cutthroat, you
Yeah.
know, industry and everyone knows everyone. Like,
So especially singing in Chicago, it's hard for singers.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Chicago especially. Like, a lot of people don't make it out of Chicago, I feel. We're like the bottom of the totem pole, I feel.
It's tough, super tough.
Yeah. And I want to ask you too, like, now that you're doing it,
Yeah.
like, have a lot of inspiring singer songwriters like hit you up? Like, do you give a lot of advice to people? Because I'm sure you get hit up a lot. You know, people just trying to send you tracks and, you know, hey, your feedback on this, give me your feedback on this.
I definitely do give a lot of like inspiring artists advice. And anybody that comes and sends me messages, I try to respond to everybody, just because
Hmm.
side of the fence. So I just try to respond to everyone and give advice if I have it, you know what I'm saying. And if I don't, I'll respectfully let somebody. As far as like working with people in the industry, it's still hard. You know what I'm saying? Still, I'm still a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a rookie that was like had the spotlight on me and then everybody saw me get drafted. I'm like Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then once I get there, people be like, "Dang, he turned out to be one of the good players." That's how I look at it for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, you know, and today with music, I feel so many artists, you know, they go it has worked for some artists, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Like reality shows. You know, Cardi B went on Love and Hip Hop and she went for 2 seasons and look at her now. Like, have you ever thought about it? Have you ever been offered? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
man, they almost brought Love and Hip Hop to Chicago. We had auditioned for that. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple like I wouldn't even say audition. There was a couple video calls. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If they were coming here, is it something that we wanted to do? And I was kind of like on the fence about it. So I did have a couple of interviews about it, but it never really went through. So who knows? Been on it, I might not have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope they bring it. I feel like Chicago needs more shows because all we have is Black Ink.
I mean, and it does well, so I don't know why it wouldn't bring more shows in.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, yeah, they should have brought that. I remember when they was in the rumors and everyone was talking about it. I thought it would have been a good look for Chicago because we always have so much negative.
For sure. I think it would have been a good look too. Who knows? They might bring it back with what's going on right now. So,
Yeah, exactly, right?
yeah.
But you know, I want to talk to you too. One thing I love, love, love about your projects, Lover's Lane, the single cover art, yo, both of them so far. Like in front of Lover's Lane, I mean it was just a vibe. And then the new one I love because you got on the sign how it on the train out to Lover's Lane.
Yeah.
Like it just popped to me because anyone from Chicago and you took the CTA before, you know, like
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what inspired you, you know, to just the whole concept? How did it come about?
and Lover's Lane was actually one of my managers was didn't he's like from New York, so he's never heard of Lover's Lane, the store or anything. He's like, man, you should probably Project Lover's Lane. I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's a store out here. He's like, a store? Like, it's a real store? I'm like, yeah. And I explained to him what type of store it was. And he was like, man, that's crazy. So we ended up reaching out to them, and they loved the idea. So this whole project has been a collab. Um, yeah, it's turned out dope. Like, even the artworks, like, I've been working with Frankie. Frankie from Rio has been shooting on my covers, and we just be kind of snapping, trying to raise the bar on each
Yeah.
last one I wanted to keep Chicago, like so when somebody look at the cover that they know I'm from Chicago. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest things as me as an artist, I want people to know I'm from the crib because it's not a lot of R&B singers coming out of Chicago, if any right now.
Hmm.
I want people to know I'm coming from Chicago, not LA or
No, and I, like you said, I love that because I feel like so many artists that do come from Chicago, they just leave us in the dust. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? They come home, they visit for the holidays. You know, they're kind of low key. They don't. You don't see a lot of covers with artwork of Chicago background. You don't. It's just I don't know why. It's just the way it is. So
I want to represent for the crib, man. Like the higher I climb, the more I'll be able to do. Yeah,
yeah, no, definitely, I appreciate that. Like, and my favorite song, Drake and Drive.
yeah, that's one of my
That
favorite.
yeah, that song. It's just a vibe. It's just like how has it been working and like whose idea was it to do like different acts? Would you say
That was Fab's idea.
was it okay?
That's why he's
No,
executive producer each part of the series. So that was definitely his ideas. I talked to him. We bounced ideas back and forth, and that was like a trilogy idea. That's dope. So we ran with that.
that's super dope. That's all. Yeah, I love that because and it keeps it. I feel like people wanting more. You know what I'm saying? Just when you drop one, like it would just have been Lover's Lane. People have been asking you like, okay, what's the next project? Because so many people are just don't let a whole project roll out. Because think about it, back in the day, an album lasted for like a year, 2 years.
Exactly.
Like, I
And
want that back. Like, yeah, it's weird.
I was last for like a month. That's it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like, you would think, I'm like, damn, people's attention span is just
and so many artists, so many dope artists coming out now. You got
exactly
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I want to ask you too. Like, you had a lot of dope videos so far. What one have you think would be one of the most? Which one would you say is one of the hardest ones to shoot? And
Yeah.
which one did you enjoy the most to shoot? Would you say?
The hardest ones to shoot, I would say, was my first video.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know a lot of what it all entails. It took me like a month to shoot that video. Broke. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have bread, so and all these favors, and then really what entails with editing and all that stuff. So my first video was definitely the hardest. And the funnest I would see would be my most recent. Um,
Okay.
that you can tell from like the angles and the clarity. Like that one was super fun to shoot.
Yeah. No, super dope. Yeah. Well, you know, what else I want to talk about? Another thing I want to, I know you were on the lineup, but it was so weird because I went with Bobby V, with the drive-in fest.
Yeah,
And I know it was so weird because I feel like it was the first kind of event for Chicago that everyone was kind of nervous. And, you know, how was it being on stage with, you know, just cars and people? Like, it's a different vibe. It was way different.
it was new. I'm a part of history, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? One of the first to do a drive-in concert like that. It was definitely different though because usually when you do a show, you kind of feed off the crowd's energy. You know what I'm saying? And they're in cars, so you're not really feeding off. So you're kind of up there performing. It's kind of weird, but like it came with the territory for me because as you're an upcoming artist, you deal with that all the time. When you perform, you go perform in a venue, people don't know you. They just kind of stand there and like, who's this dude? So it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
A lot of training for that moment, but it was definitely weird though, for sure.
Yeah, I give you a lot of credit. Like everyone that lineup that night, I was just like, it's so just me being on the side looking out. I was just like, this is just it's just a different vibe. It's just like I would have probably just walked off and been like, yeah, I'm done. It's weird. Like and like I remember I forgot who it was, but someone said like, come up to the front, and the security was like, yo, you can't. Like it was
It was
like,
hella,
and none of us knew.
It's mad different, but definitely I got to experience it. You know what I'm saying? I have.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be once in a lifetime because I'm sure by next year it'll be hopefully somewhat
Yeah.
normal. Let's pray.
Right.
um, yeah, I want to ask you too. Like, you've songwritten for a lot of artists. Who is on your bucket list that by the time you live in your mansion, you know, retired chilling, who needs to be on that list of credentials for yourself?
That I have song written for.
Yeah. Or
Man,
even worked with. You could songwrite or, feature, whatever you think.
man, I definitely want to write for Rihanna. Definitely would like to get a feature with Drizzy. Drizzy for sure. Drake. I would say I would want to work with DJ Khaled for sure. And probably like Meek or something. I say I sound. I think I would sonically sound good with him on my bucket list.
Okay, dope, dope, dope. And also I like about you, you have a super, super. I think it's. Tell me, I guess, tell me how important it is to have a dope team. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people be wanting to become artists, and they think it's one, two, three, especially because they
Mhm.
could think they're gonna shoot it on their iPhone, and it's like, and have one person, and how important is it to have a solid team to really, catapult you to the next step and just get you going?
And that shit is important. And what a lot of people gotta understand too is like even if your team is big, you might not talk to someone on your team every day. You know what I'm saying? But you guys gotta understand that you're a team, and it's vital because there be times you want to quit and shit, and your team will, uplift you, but they also help you carry some of the load. Like like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, as you know. So in the beginning, having to do a lot, you know what I'm saying, by yourself, it's difficult. So as you get higher up the ladder and you team, it's very important to just make sure everyone on the team is like happy and that we are like working towards the same goal because it's gonna make the dream easier. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly, yeah. And what advice would you say you have for? Because I always tell a lot of artists, I'm like, yo, songwrite.
Yeah,
Songwrite is where the money's at. It's
that's
something you love. The money's guaranteed. You get residual checks, I feel, for a lifetime. And like, it's just the place to be. If you're a good writer, why not try and just throw it out there? Because you don't know who's gonna, especially with social media, and like Clubhouse, you don't know who's listening or who's watching. Um, what's some advice you would give?
for songwriters and stuff.
Yeah,
Man, I would say just be consistent and man, it's not like back in the day like you got to send those records out like just email man, send email text like you can't worry about man steal my shit or something. That shit gonna happen. We all might be having the same idea. You just never know, but you miss 99% of the shots you don't take. So once you get there, you make it. Then you can kind of. But in the beginning, you gotta shoot, shoot, shoot until you make a shot.
exactly. No, I agree with you. Like a lot of people don't. Like how you were saying about how you were hitting up Fab.
Yeah,
You didn't know him. You were just like, yo, I mean, you don't know. You take that chance, and they do respond. Artists do respond. It may not be a lot, but it's that one or two times randomly out of a night they may just check their DMs. You're the first one that pops up, and
yeah.
like people don't get that. They always say like, "Oh, never happens." I'm like, "No, it happens."
Man, I remember when he first called me. I never forget this. I was just at the crib. I think it was like he was in LA. I think. Never called me. I was like, "Yo, this Fab." I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Fab." I'm like, "Yo, this Fab on the phone, man." And then got back on like, "Yo, what's up?" Played out cool, but it was. I never forget this shit.
Yeah, I would have hung up because I wouldn't believe that. I would have.
It was kind of surreal. I'm like, damn, somebody you
Yeah,
grew up
that's crazy.
talking to him. So it's dope.
Yeah, it's super dope. Like all these award shows, has been so different this year. Some of them have been dope though. Like the performances have been really different, like art wise and
Yeah, Doja.
production wise. Yeah, they've been super. I feel like better than even when award shows were normal, to
Yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
performance wise.
I agree 100%. They definitely ramped it up. So it's like once the shit opened back up, y'all got to keep that same energy.
Exactly. Yeah, like what's your dream? Because I know everyone goes after the Grammys as a performance, but I feel like a lot of performances for an award show are personally like the AMAs or the VMAs. I think are super dope performance wise. What's your dream stage award wise? Would you say?
I would definitely say like the VMA, MTV Music Awards. Definitely.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy though. Even perform on even a side stage, even if it's at the main stage, just to
Mm-hmm.
obviously to the Grammy, you know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy too. So
Well, yeah, and like you said, with the VMA side stage, it's usually like 1 year you're at the side stage, and the next year
yeah,
you're on the main stage. Most people, I feel like, catapult for the following year.
yeah. I feel like I can make it there. It's gonna take a little bit more time.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to ask you too, like, like you were saying, being in different outlets, it's a different world. What has been like one of the craziest things you didn't expect from like LA or New York, or like, was there anything shocking to you? Because for me, it was the people were weird. I'm not gonna, not in New York, LA. The people,
The man, I hate to say it, just the phoniness in LA. That's kind of shocking me. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll see someone and you'll be talking to them, great conversation, networking. Oh yeah, man, hit me up. All right, cool. I hit you up. Hit them tomorrow. They're like, yo, who's this?
yes,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
they give their number.
Yeah, really. It's like, why you give me your phone number, dog? Like, what's the point? What's the point of this? You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
that kind of
I couldn't
surprised
agree with you more.
me.
That's so damn true because everyone will give you their number because
Mm-hmm.
everyone's a little tipsy or like a little high and they're just chilling. And then, like you said, the next day, or they'll just ghost you.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you?
I don't know, man. It's just the LA. That's the LA shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I want to ask you too. Like, how does it feel now being in this industry, being a father?
Yeah.
Like, because I know that had to be, before you're just focused on yourself, and trying to make it, and now you have a family. How's it been for you that transition?
That should have been dope. I ain't even gonna lie. It's like now I'm working, even extra hard, and I know like everything that I'm working towards, it won't go to waste. It's gonna get left behind to somebody who knows what she's gonna want to do. She's over there right now.
Is that, yeah, that's super dope.
It's cool, man. Looking at your kid every seeing them do something new you never seen. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you too, like, because it's quarantine and you really can't do anything, but it's so easy to record,
Yeah,
get in the studio and record, and just because back in the day, I feel like you had to be in the studio with who you were writing for, or who you were collabing with.
yeah,
Today, I mean, you could be all over the world, and
yeah,
all of you have some part of a song, and just put it together and mastered and engineered, and you're good.
yeah.
Like,
So many
how's
options.
it been for you?
There's so many options. That's really what it's been for me with COVID. That's something I've always done. Like I'll really usually have the whole song done. Like I'll pick the beat, lay a hook on there, and I'll send it out. So that's something I've been doing for a while. With me being more engaged is better because I'm getting, like you say, get in the lab though and work with these people. You know what I'm saying? So it's been cool for sure.
Yeah, and touring, I feel like next year and 2022 are probably going to be, well, maybe not all of 2021, but definitely 2022. I feel is going to be probably one of the biggest touring markets of. I mean, people are just going to be wanting to spend their money
Yeah,
for tours.
super hyped for that.
Yeah, like what would be your ideal type of tour? Would you want to do like a headlining tour? Would you want to collab with a couple, like kind of like a Millennium type of tour, but today's
Yeah,
people? Like, what's your vision, would you say, or your ideas you have?
man, I like to open up for like Chris Brown, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know my place right now in the industry. I know where I'm at. I'm definitely like the first opener on his show or something like that. So that'd be a good goal for me to achieve to be the opener and
Yeah,
show.
that'd be super dope.
You know, it makes sense for me. It would do a lot for me, and I'd be get a chance to build a relationship with him further and work with him on more music too.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what else I want to ask you too. Like, festivals have been, it sucks because I feel like festivals are such a dope way to get out there. Even if, like you said, you're on not the biggest stage, but still, everyone's watching on, if you're on a smaller stage, the biggest stage, in between stages. What's your dream festival? Because I still want to go to like Glastonbury out in, London. I want to, like, those
It,
are my dreams, or Rock in Rio in Brazil. Like, some of your dream festivals?
yeah, definitely, like you say, like obviously from the crib, got to do a lot of. I definitely want to get on that stage, and then
Yeah.
the other big ones like the one that's out there in the desert. What's that one called again?
Oh, Coachella? Oh,
Uh,
the Burning Man.
Coachella. Like you know what I'm saying?
Coach.
Yeah, like you said, fun and stuff too. Like getting on
Yeah.
those stages that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? That'd be
I
super.
know. I really hope a festival got canceled, and I thought of you. And I actually I bought a $500 VIP ticket because I didn't care if I got media or through an artist.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to enjoy myself. To guarantee it was a I don't know if you heard about it. It was called Lovers and Friends Festival.
I didn't, man.
It was one of the best lineups. It was mostly old school. Like the headliners were Lauryn Hill, TLC, Usher,
I,
Ludacris, and Little John.
I was gonna be lit.
Yeah, and then it was like Ashanti, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Pitbull. I mean, it was just everyone from our time, but and mixed in. Like it had new people too.
Yeah.
Like you need to get on that whenever they reschedule that. Like
Hard. That's
I'm just
definitely
sending you the flyer, like the old flyer, because I know they're gonna redo it.
my team get on that, man. I need in on that for sure.
Yeah, like what if you? How could I say? When you do a set for like a festival, would you say?
Yeah.
Do you envision? How could I say this? A lot of people have like huge productions. Some people have not like what do you like more about for a production? Would you say? What are your go-tos in your head for production wise for a dope show?
A big stage like that, definitely. Some live musicians, and
Okay.
definitely a big LED screen. I think if I can get a big LED screen and some live musicians, a few lights, I can make it. Too much. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, hey. Well, I feel like even some people, I feel like even artists that are still making it have better productions than the A-list artists, which is crazy to believe. Like, even like I
Man,
would say your cover
yeah.
art is better than half of the stuff out there that's like on a major. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like how people don't care about I don't know the foundation of a piece of work. You know what I'm saying?
As far as passion, it's only like a selective few, like you know, passionate, and those are people that have been I guess they developed more developed artists tend to do that, you know, and those are the artists that you see doing it, not like Kendrick and Rihanna and Chris, you know, like they're really embedded with their projects.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like now, like you said, with these new projects you have out, do you want to come out with like? I hope you do because I think just the visuals super dope and the music's dope too. Like vinyls or limited edition vinyls or cassettes or CDs.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to do the Lovers Lane series on vinyl for sure. I think it'd be cool,
So,
and I think that's something we're definitely. Like,
all right, that's good to know. I'm happy to hear that. I'll definitely copy one of them because I could just see that already. Like it's a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, somebody's back there singing. You hear
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Well, what would you say is on your bucket list professionally and personally, would you say?
Mm. Professionally, I was just within this. I think in 2021, I'm probably gonna end up partnering with the major. That's definitely on my bucket,
Okay.
so I can expand quicker because it requires more work. So we're definitely probably gonna partner with the major in 2021. That's on my bucket list. And then personally, I would say probably owning a home, like the home that I want.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably want to build it from the ground up. That would be cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, how like you said, signing with a major, are you nervous? Are you because you heard it's weird. I've been talking to a lot of like artists from the late 90s, early 2000s. Some have the worst horror stories ever, and some have the best,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, ever, and they have all their money and they have all their, masters, and it's crazy. Like, how do you feel about being signed to a label and, being independent? What are your thoughts on it?
Everything has its process. I mean, if I partner with a major, I'm probably not gonna own my masters when I first start off, unless I have some type of crazy breakthrough hit where I can kind of negotiate that. But even going into it now, I'm a little bit more educated, so it kind of doesn't scare me because I know the business way more than if I would have signed maybe 7 years ago. You know, when I was first starting, I wouldn't have known what I was signing or really getting into. Now it kind of doesn't scare me because I know what I want and what I'm looking for from the partnership that I go into.
Dope, dope. Yeah, yeah. It's weird, but like you said, there is a right way to do it if you just figure it out. You can't just jump and sign a contract. It's just, you
Yeah,
know,
but continue clauses in there to help yourself.
No, definitely. We know to wrap up. I don't want to take all your time. For future, like you're saying, hopefully 2021 or half of 2021 is decent.
Yeah,
The vaccine's here, so hopefully
yeah. Now,
we don't know what's going to happen, but
I hope,
what are your plans for 2021 and then 2022, would you say?
man, 2021, I would say just to try to keep growing. Um, Taking this time as much time as I can during this time to put quality music out because people are really listening. I would say 2022, like this tour, go and let the world see me perform live and get to know me on a personal level.
So yeah, the tour, I can't wait. Like
What about you? What's some goals for you? What you got going on?
me, I mean, I would love to have my own show, like you said, with a network, but I don't want to, so many people like in my position, they always tell me, oh, well, don't you want to sign with like E! News or MTV? I'm like, yeah, it'd be dope, but they tell you who to interview and who to,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I like to interview people I actually listen to and
yeah.
see something in. Like, I just don't want to interview because you're an A-list celebrity. That it doesn't do it for me. I gotta like you as an artist and appreciate your work. Like, I feel like any interview you do that's just a straight up regular reporter, they don't really know about you. Like,
No, that's facts, and you've interviewed like mad people, people that are big and people that I just I like to listen to and I admire as well. So it's definitely an honor for me to be on here on this screen with you. So I appreciate you getting the interview, my guy.
oh yeah, definitely. I've been wanting to interview. It's just I took a break and then I was like, okay, I had to get back into it, and you were on my list. And I was like, okay, I got to hit up Josh. Like,
Like I said, I'm honored. Man, this is I don't take any.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying. Independently, I'm trying.
No, it's dope for me, man. You definitely on your way for sure, for sure. We'll meet at the top of this.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully, we hang out, chill. When it's normal times. Like I said, hopefully 2021.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Who knows what's gonna happen? But hey, it got to come to an end sooner or later.
So yeah, well, we rocking now, man. If you know anything, if I can help out any situation anyway, just let me know, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I appreciate you. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a
Likewise.
good holiday because it's crazy.
Yeah,
Christmas is next week, and then New Year is the following week. It's finally here. 2020 is over.
no, for sure. You too, man. Stay safe, man.
Yeah, bro. Stay safe. I'll talk soon.
All right, man. Thank you.
Okay, peace.